The climb doesn't pause. Not for summer, not for heat, not for anything. Because this is where chemistry is built, where effort becomes culture, and the standard is lived, not just talked about. This program isn't just growing stronger, it's growing closer.
Go showcase your identity. Every single play, let them feel you playing Florida State football. Every play, everything you got, you don't get the play off. Be relentless. Go be explosive. Go be who you are. I'm gonna have your back. You have mine. You have each other. Whatever it takes. It's your time because you made it your time. Hey, it's time to go. Let's go on this. 1, 2, 3, go!
In the off-season, it's not all about the grind. It's about the group.
We termed it rookie school to not be specific to year or age, but more of a stage in our program. You're all rookies here on your first day.
Whether it's a team activity or whether it's isolated to rookie school, we're gonna have some touch points with you. 1, so that you can get familiar with us. 2, so you don't get lost in the shuffle. But 3, so that you have a chance to bond with yourselves as well, right?
They had to find their housing, they have to sign up for financial aid, sign up for classes, get admitted. They have to do all these things in a matter of days. We take rookie school as an opportunity to introduce all of our players to resources they might not know exist. For example, we take a segment on just how to watch film, and that's taught by Coach Stockstill, who's in the Hall of Fame here as a quarterback, and it was an 18-year head coach, very successful. You talk about Odell Hagens, who's been here for 38 years and is a legend of all sorts of standards. Coached probably the best D lineman in the history of the game repetitively. We just want to make sure that we expose those players to these faces that are just walking through the halls.
You know, just being in rookie school, I feel like it was a great opportunity to learn how many resources we have here. Everybody wants what's best for you. You know, I feel like just having those resources just make it a whole lot easier to transition from being in high school.
This is learning how to talk one-on-one time to talk with. What deal we?
We stood up there and coached them and used all of our academic and experience, and yet it still took their peers to bring them along and teach them the skill set. That applies to football as well.
And break around the front.
Moments off the field build the team on it.
We teach them how to play golf, and then even if that's just a grip and rip with Amy Bond being the women's golf coach, we're trying to force you into camaraderie.
You have potential. You got potential. He's got potential.
No. KJ Kurt right here. Tommy, my dog Tommy. Yo, eventually take over. Wild Adventure Part 2. New faces, new scenery. Yeah. You know, we finna get it in. Gotta scope the scenery out. Stay tuned.
Sometimes a roller coaster is scary, but as long as you have somebody there with you to do it together, I think that's our focus is making sure that we blend the old, the new, the young, the experienced. We try to enforce that I need you mentality.
What's up, man? We here. Water Park, have fun, man.
New faces become family, and this brotherhood, it gets a little tighter every day.
Everybody talks about wanting to be a family. Everybody talks about wanting to have relationships and playing for their brothers. Well, you got to know who those guys are, and the more that you know who it is that's lining up next to you, I mean, the more you're going to be willing to invest, in those times of need.
This is the ultimate team sport, and not one quarterback can win the game without a great offensive line, and that offensive line has to work together as well. They've all had their own experiences, and we have to make sure that they share them together. Everyone that comes in the program has to learn on day one, just so they understand the standard.
It's a hard game. It's a challenging schedule. There's so many demands of the student athletes of what they get to do and how they need to do it. But when you truly have a love that's been formed through that experience, it's a bond that's going to last for the rest of their lives. And so trying to create as many of those, but also seeing players take ownership in being able to pour into the guys that they get to do it with is, I think it's really impactful and very important for ultimately what we want.
Like, you can ask anybody for anything. Everybody's one big family.
Through cookouts, classrooms, and thrills, the connection grows and the climb continues together. Tommy Castellanos is built different, elusive, electric, and fearless. With every throw, every sprint, every huddle, he's earning trust. He's pushing growth. He's chasing greatness. And around here, the team feels it.
You feel the comfort that he has here, his passion to be here. He wants to leave his legacy here. And you do that through investment, through work. When you truly care about a place, it's not hard to charge forward with everything you got.
Growing up, I used to watch Jameis Winston play, and this was my dream school, and I used to just watch him over and over again. Even back when Charlie Ward used to play, I remember in high school, I used to watch him a lot. I met Charlie Ward when I first got here. He was like one of the first guys to reach out and text me when I committed. He just, shared some things and some wisdom, and I just tried my best to suck up everything he was telling me just to carry that through the season. It means a lot, though, just to be able to be that next J-Tribe or the next, Jameis Winston or whatnot, to hold that legacy and have some history here.
Just since he's been here, the physical growth and development, working with Coach Storms throughout the offseason.
We're just midway through building the body, machines can take that field come fall.
Putting on a little bit more size, a little bit more strength, but obviously maintaining that speed, that athleticism, that twitch that he has.
Just his skill set really fits what we like to do offensively. He's a true playmaker with his feet and his arm. I always talk about the it factor. It's kind of hard to explain. You got to see it, and once you see it, you know exactly what it looks like.
You saw it, though. You saw it, right? You just tipped it? Yeah. Okay,
I'm back with Coach Gus Malzahn. I'm where I always wanted to be.
Good. Okay, that's a good job. That's a good job. That's what we got.
He's a natural playmaker. He's one of the most athletic guys on this team. He makes some throws where it makes you put your head in your hands and you're just like, man, how can you do this? You don't see that from very many guys who are just pocket passers, much less guys who can create what he can create with his legs.
Just trying to be the best me I can be every day and really lead these guys and try to turn this thing around.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, so we tell them.
There's staples and foundational elements to quarterback play that to play at an elite level that you have to have. That's what we're working on, but really when it breaks down, we let Tommy go be Tommy, and as long as he takes care of the football, it's pretty good.
He's a tremendous leader. When he talks, the team and the people will listen.
Here we go. Hey, be a pro, man. Hey, stay up. Please don't meet everybody going to the season.
He really does a good job of building relationships with all of the guys around him and truly making sure everyone knows that they are a vital piece to this team.
We out here. We out at the water park. With the team, man, we finna have a blast. Y'all come with us.
He's got a wonderful spirit. When he steps on a field, when he comes into a meeting room, you have a sense of his presence.
When times are hard or when we might be struggling, we can come together through his jokes or come together and he'll ease the mood a little bit.
The way he makes an adjustment with a first-year receiver as opposed to a guy that's been in college football for 4 years, those conversations can look different at times, and he's just working every day to earn the trust of his teammates.
Every day at practice, I try to go out there with just high energy and just try to match Coach Norvell's energy.
Marquiston! God! Be strong!
He's really poured so much into the guys around him and just getting to know them, allowing them to get to know him, and spending that time. And when you have that mentality, especially at that position, guys will rally, and they'll rally around you, they'll rally with you. And so I think Tommy's doing a wonderful job of earning that respect since he's come here, and he's just letting that light shine, and he really has done that on a daily basis.
I'm not one of those guys that come from a silver spoon. Everything that I have is earned and I worked hard for.
He wants to be pushed. He wants to be challenged. He wants to continue to grow and develop to showcase all that he can do, and definitely think this is that's an offense that will showcase all of what he can do and has all of us excited about what it can be.
I have a lot of siblings. There's 11 of us in total. There's 6 boys, so there's like 6 or 5 boys before me that played football and then went through this life, and I'm the one that made it. So carry them on my shoulder as well and try to do it for them, because I know this is the life that they wanted. And then I had one brother, he was a quarterback as well, and he used to try to teach me a lot of things, stuff like that, and he passed away 3 years ago. So he always wanted me to come here before I committed to UCF, so now everything is just working back, where it's supposed to be.
They've been at the highest level. Now they're shaping the next wave to do the same. Evan Cooper and Patrick Surtain Sr. bring more than experience.
I think we have a dynamic duo when you look at our coaching staff with Coach Cooper and Coach Surtain. I mean, those guys have great experience. The way that they work together I think has really been remarkable. And I think Evan is an extremely smart football coach. I believe that he invests into his players, and they truly know that he cares about them.
He's in the weight room at 4:30 every morning, but I saw him get up at 5 o'clock every day and have a whole position group in there because they want to be there and they want to do individuals. And I saw Coach Cooper take a group of guys who were role players and backups and all that stuff, and really pour into them and turn them into a group that became the strength of the defense at Nebraska.
They know that he's going to be hard on them, and but he's going to help push them and develop them through the growth and the steps that he's helped take them through.
Go! Flip! Finish! Get out of it. Good. Nice. But don't get off balance going that way. Keep your balance here. Yep. Stress it. Stress it. Stress it. Good. Eyes. Keep your eyes. There you go! Good job, Rick! Good job, Rick!
We were college roommates. We both established at a young age, hey, one day let's take over college football, and I think we're on the right path right now.
I got my first coaching job. I was the D-line coach at Baylor. Kind of fell in love with the D-line, and then I moved to the DBs, and that's when it was over. I knew that I was just, I would be a coach.
Yeah, silly. Yeah, silly. Better get in the cheek, silly. Go! Highest point, go get it. Nice, good. Cheek. Good.
I think we have a lot of talented players. Right now we're on this mission to develop that talent and make it turn into a skill. What's being built here at Florida State is a family, a brotherhood of guys. The coaches, we can lead, but when the players lead and hold each other accountable, I think that's when you take the next step. That's when you become a champion. And I think we're on that path right now. Learning a new system and learning, the new way of things. It's intense. You can't miss plays, you can't miss days. So it'll be an intense battle all the way throughout it.
In the film room and on the field, it's never just technique. It's development, it's mentality, it's mission. It all matters, because in this secondary, standard is the starting point.
I had known Coach Surtain from recruiting a little bit when I was at Syracuse, coming down here and recruiting, being at Heritage and everything, and just obviously great individual, great character, great individual. And then you see what he had done with his son, and obviously that's the first recruit, right, his son. And so you saw what kind of guy he was, and knowing Evan and what kind of guy he was when those guys in the room, it's not a coincidence that they're really dynamic. They really communicate well. They have the same vision in mind that they're there for the players. You want guys who are going to be really, really good at developing the players, being around the players and developing those relationships. So those two guys are very similar in that way, and they're doing really well, always keeping the players first.
Speed! Oh! Ball! Good job, boy! I like you catching it. Good job.
He's elite when it comes to his development of players and the way that he's able to teach through his knowledge, but also his experience. That experience carries a great deal of weight with our players, because really Pat's seen it all, and so to be able to speak from that experience, but also he's a great teacher. I mean, just being able to build those connections, being able to put guys in a great position to achieve success, and then to elevate them throughout their own journey. And he's done that in our defensive back room and continue to elevate that corner room to being one of the best in the United States of America.
We here. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's a great job, Kai. Push, yo. Man, we're getting better, Coach Surtain. Yes, sir. We're getting better.
Just being in a new system, the guys eager to learn the nuances of the new defenses, and a renewed sense of energy out there. Guys want to go out there and improve themselves. That with the addition of some new guys, some guys that we have, that came back. The guys are eager to make a statement this year. It's a tremendous honor to come to Florida State. Not only be on the football team, but especially to play DB. We do consider ourselves DBU. The guys who come from Florida State, they go on to have tremendous NFL careers. So, just the teachings and the football that they've learned at this university, man, it carries over. So I think those guys know that. They know the pressure involved in being the great DB at Florida State, and the NFL will always come look for DBs at Florida State.
While the team levels up, so does the place they call home. Doak Campbell Stadium is transforming. New facilities, seats, experiences with the same energy. From the Dunlap Football Center to Doak Campbell Stadium, it's all designed for one thing: creating the most electric atmosphere in college football.
The main goal behind the stadium renovation was really twofold. Really an upgrade to the stadium itself in terms of just the modernization. This is a 75-year-old stadium that was showing its age, and we've done what we can to upgrade it through the years. With the west side renovation and taking down the entire west side and then building it back, we obviously built it back to code. So that was one thing. And then really it's just offering additional fan experiences. In our previous stadium, we had our regular bench seating out in the stands, and then we had our Champions Club, and we had our skyboxes. So those were really the only three experiences that we had for our fans. With what we've done now, we've expanded those opportunities and experiences to really about 15 to 18 experiences and price points, giving fans more choices in terms of just experiences and where they would like to sit. We have some premium seating on the west side now that's down low, close to the field, with our Founders Suites and our Founders Loge boxes. And then we have our West Club, which is also on the west side at the ground level. Above that, we upgraded the regular seating. So outside of premium areas, just the regular seating that general admission fans have has been upgraded to chairbacks with mesh seats. The benches that are being put in that are more towards the end zone are similar to what we had before, but actually wider width and more depth to give folks more space and room. When you walk in, just the view and the feel of the concourses being more open, a lot more social spaces that are good for getting out of the sun, and then certainly just brand new, nice, clean bathrooms, concession stands that have more production capability. That was something that we were challenged with in the old stadium. Was the concession stands were very old and they didn't have cooking capabilities, so that limited the menus that we could have. From a tradition standpoint, we tried to incorporate some areas that still have the same look as Doak Campbell Stadium. There is a lot of bricks still in the design and in the new construction. We really tried to modernize it, but really keep the energy that Doak has always had, and just give people a very comfortable experience when they're here. You know, I think the biggest thing, in addition to just the development and the recovery, is the fact that it is a standalone space that's just for the football program. It'll be the home for the day-to-day operations for football. This is a very functional building, and Coach Norvell was very involved with the design, and his input was very important to this. The vision is really a focus on the players.
Everything in that facility is going to be about, helping them, truly grow to maximize the potential that they have. And as we say here, this is a place where stars come to shine. That we're going to have every resource to help them shine bright in every bit of what they do, being the best football players, but also being a part of something that is a truly special brotherhood with all those that they get to interact with on a daily basis. The work that's been done, it's been a full process of transition, but to see a place that's going to help develop our players at an incredible level, in their mind, their body, their soul, a place that they're going to love to be, and have an incredible amount of space.
I think that just having that exclusivity and the opportunity for them to plan and schedule and move around is going to enhance the program in general. And the reality is that also helps our other sports, because as football moves out of the Moore Athletic Center, the weight room that they've been using and the sports medicine area that they've been using now frees up opportunities for our other Olympic sports to have more opportunity and schedule what they need to do to be sure that they're getting the right experience as well.
How it all comes together has really been, I think it's going to be a dynamic, place for players to be able to spend their time, but also, for coaches to help, teach and bring these guys along on their journeys.
It'll absolutely be finished on time, and they're really in the final stages. A lot of the work was done over, really 2 seasons. So a significant amount of work was done during the 24 season to build a lot of the infrastructure. And then once the 24 season finished up, we got into the finishing out the rest of it. Right now the infrastructure's there, and what they're finishing out for the last really 30 days or so is going to be mostly on the inside. So a lot of the finishes, a lot of the carpet, the paint, the bar areas, the lighting, those kinds of things, getting the furniture moved in. So they're on pace and on schedule to be finished up, and we're excited to see that.